So we're going to start in a seated position.
Any comfortable seat. And just taking a few moments as you close your eyes to drop into your body. The eyes roll back into their sockets. Relax your jaw. Let's just take a few shoulder rolls. So moving the shoulders up towards the ears, down the back. Again, breathing in. Shoulders slide up, round and down. And again, breathing in, circling up, round and down. Bring the right ear over to the right side shoulder. Let your left shoulder be heavy. And then tilt your chin diagonally down. Keeping space for an apple between chin and chest. And tilt the chin diagonally up, so slightly away from the chest. Float your head back on top of your shoulders. And then draw your left ear over to the left side shoulder. Tilt your chin diagonally down. Relax the jaw. Tilt your chin diagonally up and away. Left shoulder heavy. And float your head back on top of your shoulders. Taking a moment here to settle into the body. We'll take the right hand underneath the left armpit. The left hand, index finger and thumb to touch, just placing it on top of your left knee. Keeping the eyes closed, just watch for the breath here underneath your right side arm, left side armpit, right hand. Just taking half padadhirasana just to regulate. Opposite side, mucous membrane, left brain hemisphere controls right side of the body, right brain hemisphere, left side. And then watch how the breath starts to move into the side ribs, the fingers, the palms. When you start to feel the left side of your ribs, breathing fully into that right hand, float your right hand down, index finger and thumb to touch, and then take your left hand underneath right side armpit. Feeling this pressurized set of nerves between the fifth and sixth rib. Watch for the breath on the inside. Watch how the breath pushes into the fingers. The fingers receive the flow of energy, prana, life force. Once you start to feel that right side of your ribs, the expansion of the body activated, take your time, float your left hand, index finger and thumb to touch on top of your left. And start to visualize a line of energy. Brahma Nadi line. The top of your crown, down your spine, right in front of your sacrum. So breathe in, opening up, softening the crown. To invite spaciousness, light, potential, genius. To breathe out, feeling your body charged and transformed. Light. Healing. Taking a few moments to plug in. When we center ourselves, we find that steadiness, that 𝗔𝗿𝘁𝘀𝘁𝘀. Steadiness and sweetness in every posture. Breathe the arms out to the side. Inhale, let your palms face up. Face looks up. Inhale. Exhale, interlace your fingers at the top. Feeling your sits bones heavy. Take a gentle twist over to the right side. Let your left hand fall on top of your right knee. Backstroke your right hand behind you. Grow your spine long on the inhale. Wrap your ribs around the axis of your spine on the exhale. Just pause here for a moment. And then check in with whether or not your hands and shoulders are doing the work. See if you can lift your hands up. We're going to pause here for a moment. Float your right bicep long by your ear. Keep that left hand on your right knee, opening up the side ribs. Draw that right hand to the top of your left knee, feeling that crisscross. Lean back into your hips and feel the spaciousness across your shoulder blades, protracting away from one another. Rock back onto your sits bones, holding on either to the shoulders or shoulder blades. Lift the elbows up. Backs of the hands either work towards one another or palm to palm. Relax your jaw, relax your chin. Take a moment here. And then unwind the arms. Circle the arms around and up. Again, moving slowly, bringing that synovial fluid to the joints of the shoulders. Interlace your fingers, press your palms high. Root your tailbone down. Stretch the breath, gentle twist over to the left side. Right hand on left knee, backstroke left hand behind you. Grow the spine long here on the inhalation. Wrap the ribs around the axis of the spine on the exhalation. And then check in with whether or not you're pulling from the shoulders of the hands. Relax the jaw. Relax the head. Take your time, float that left arm long by the ear. Root well into your hips. Let that left hand cross on top of your right knee. Rock back onto your sits bones. Feeling that spaciousness between the shoulder blades. And then come to sit up, holding on to either the shoulders. Fingers hold and reach for the shoulders. Elbows lift up. This is one option. Second option is to move the backs of the hands towards one another or palm to palm. Take your time here. Unwind the arms. Press the palms to the heart center and just pause for a moment here. Just letting yourself receive what you need to today. Just letting go of any expectation, taking from the practice what you need, and then releasing what doesn't serve. Focusing on the throat chakra. The bija seed, bija sound is hum, H-A-M. Take a deep breath to inhale through the nostrils. You're going to open up your mouth and exhale that bija sound. Hum. Draw your chin to your chest. Half blink your eyes open, index fingers and thumbs to touch. Let's come up onto hands and knees to take a few cat-cows. Stacking your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Spread your palms wide here. Inhale, let the face lift up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Broaden across the chest and collarbone. Breathing in, opening up to light. Radiance, you can hear saw, the sound of pure potential in the inhalation. Breathing out, hum, distribution of that intelligence, joints become spacious. Breathing in, feeling that line of energy. That's your thread. It's your antenna that plugs you into this matrix of intelligence. Come to neutral spine. Pour your weight into your right hand. Float your left arm high. Inhale, face looks up. Exhale, let's thread the needle. Breathing in like this again. Inhale, face looks up. Feel free to close the eyes. If you'd like to vocalize, you can always open up the mouth. Taking that sound helps us to access and open the throat. Keeping right ear on the ground, right shoulder to the mat. Take your left hand to your sacrum. Steer your left shoulder on top of your right. Pause. And then notice if there's any place in the body where you're gripping. Is there anywhere you can soften? Draw that left hand down to the left side shoulder. Uncurl the right arm. Take that right hand down to the earth. Pause for a moment and switch sides. Right palm pressing down. Inhale, left arm reaches all the way up. Exhale, thread the needle. Use the breath here. Let your breath be the pilot, so let the breath initiate first. Then let the movement follow. Exhale. Taking as long as you need, calibrating your breath to your movement. And then as you're ready, take your left hand to your sacrum, roll your left shoulder on top of the right, pause. Take that left hand underneath your left side shoulder, right arm high to the ceiling, inhale, or left arm rather. Whichever side you didn't do, the opposite side. Plant both hands down to the earth. Walk your hands a little bit in front of you. Tuck your toes and then lift your hips up and back. Oppositional, downward facing. Take a few moments here to settle into your body.
And then we'll wave through the spine. So let your inhalation like a wave bring you forward. Inhale, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Feel free to close your eyes here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just taking a few of these on your own. Feel free to move to the rhythm of your breath. Inhale draws you forward. Exhalation, downward facing dog. If you feel comfortable to open up your mouth, let your mouth open up as you exhale. It feels comfortable for you to trill your lips. Let your lips trill.
The next time you come to plank pose, no rush at all. Taking a few moments here. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, with or without your knees. Lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Bend the elbows. Lower the chest all the way down. We'll take 3-part moving cobra here. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the head, neck, chest at ease. Just feeling your back muscles, erector spinae light up. Exhale, head moves down. Head and hands lift the heart. Inhale, Squeeze and retract the shoulder blades together. Just directing that line of energy without forcing. You're just seeing where your body temple is. Exhale, release it down. This time, head, heart, hands. Lift, squeeze. Relax the jaw, relax your neck, relax the throat. Exhale, release. Bring your hands off to the side. We'll take cobra here, lifting the heart. Inhale. Soften your chest. Bow the chest forward. Feel a little lift of your belly. You want to feel as if you are lengthening the spine. So only going to a place where you do not feel your lower back compressing. Lower your chest down to the earth. Tuck your toes underneath you. And with resistance, with or without your knees, press your palms down. We're facing dog. Biceps long by the ears. Deep breath to inhale here. Open up the mouth. Take your right leg up. I'm going to give you a sequence today, and we're going to put it together. Right leg goes straight up, all 5 toes point down. Scoop your belly in and up. Step that right foot forward. Left hand presses down. Right arm high to the ceiling. Twisted lunge. Deep breath to inhale here. Lower your back knee down. And then pause. Take that left hand behind you. Right hand behind you. Option to stay here today. To scoop the belly in and up. You can pause here. This is quite deep for the quad. Or you can start to work that left hand, right hand towards your left leg. Sorry, I always demo the opposite side for you. Starting with the right side. And then without slingshotting that back leg, release your back leg down, hands to your blocks, find your blocks. Tuck your back toes, step it forward, flat back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward over your thighs. Little bend on your knees here, twirl the lips. Shake the head side to side, up and down. And then circle the arms around and up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, palms press. Exhale, hands down the midline of your body. Prayer pose, Tadasana. Find your steadiness, find your ease. And let's circle the arms around and up again. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward over your thighs, Uttanasana. Standing forward. Let your inhalation lengthen your spine. Exhale your right leg way back. Right hand down to the earth. Pause for a moment here. Scoop your belly in and up. Squeeze and work. Energize the inner thighs towards one another. Left arm up to the ceiling. Take your time as you lower that right knee down. Left arm behind you, thumb up. Maybe you reach back to the top of that right. Out going past your edge. Always this fine line. And then release without slingshotting that back leg. Release the palms, release the hands, the legs. Step back to plank pose. Pause. With or without your knees, bend your elbows, lower straight down in one unit. Elbows move back. Hands off the mat, lift the heart. Inhale. Soften the chest. Bow your chest forward. Relax the upper body, relax the tongue. Only going to where you can without feeling compression of the spine. And then lower the chest down. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes with resistance. Downward facing dog. Root well into the hands, index finger and thumb. Deep breath, inhale. Smooth breath out. We'll take that sequence a few times. Want to feel like if we are moving through water here. So
feel free to ignore my cueing and just let your body move according to your breath. You're not missing anything. So just wiping that slate clean. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale, open the mouth. Inhale the left leg straight up and back. All 5 toes point down. Pour your weight into your left hand. Scoop your belly in and up. Step that left foot forward. Left arm high to the ceiling. Inhale, revolve the heart. Lower the back knee down, maybe catch the top of the leg. Settling into your body. Feel free to close the eyes. Asana is a moving prayer. It's a gateway into our bodies, into our spirit. Lift the back leg. Step forward, flat back. Inhalation, sa. Exhalation, distribution. Fold forward over your thighs. Let your inhale sweep the arms around and up, Urdhva palms press. Let your exhalation draw you to heart center, Tadasana. Inhale the arms around and up. Exhale, fold forward over your thighs, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, Ardha. Exhale, bend your knees, press your palms, left leg way back, right arm high to the ceiling. Moving inside the breath. Exhale, lower that back knee, maybe catch the top of the foot. Just going to where you feel comfortable. Use the breath here. So we also vocalize the breath to release anything that may be lodged in the back body. Press down in the palms, step back to plank. Draw the elbows down with or without the knees, chest lowers all the way down. Hands off of the mat, inhale, cobra. Lift the heart, soften the chest, relax the back. Scoop your belly in and up. Exhale, lengthen forward. Hands back onto the mat. Tuck your toes, with or without your knees. Resist the mat, downward facing dog. So we're going to take that sequence one more time. Feel free to move according to your tempo, your pace, not cueing it, just letting you flow right and left sides on your tempo, on your breath. We cannot get it wrong when we're listening to our body, when we're listening to what is connected deeply inside of us. So I'm going to give you a few moments to just let your body receive right now. Receive the download of the breath. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands and feet to the front of your mat, Tadasana, mountain pose. And then rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips, standing in your power. Just pausing for a moment, receiving this energy. We'll reach the seat back, move the fascia back. So again, opening up the hamstrings, keep rolling the inner thighs towards one another. Pause here for a moment. Scoop your palms facing up. Palms face up, energizing, drawing the navel into the spine. Keep lengthening the tailbone and relax the shoulders, relax the head here. We'll take the elbows out into a soft cactus. Just feeling the body breathe here. Navel into the spine. More breath. Skandasana, chair pose. Fold forward over your thighs. Clasp your hands. Keep your big toes, inner thighs, energized here to work the fascia back. So energetically keep working the fascia. Feel free to use a strap here. Shoulder blades working towards one another. Take a deep breath to inhale. Open up the mouth, exhale. Let's do that one more time. Release the palms with intention. Keep rotating the inner thighs back. Come back to Utkatasana, chair pose. How can we make this posture different without locking the lumbar, without squeezing and finding the spaciousness in the body? Elbows wide, soft cactus here. Relax the neck, the chest, the jaw. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Take a deep breath to inhale here. Exhale, fold forward, opposite hand this time, clasps. Keep a little bend in your knees so that way the belly reaches the thighs. And then release the lower back by releasing the hands. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Pause as you come to your mountain pose Tadasana. Work the shoulder blades down the back. We'll step the left leg back, right leg steps forward. And making sure we're not on too much of a tightrope here. We're going to take a wide leg 𝗔𝗿𝘁𝘀𝘀, all 10 toes face forward. Take your thumbs out to the side, thumbs face up. Internal rotation here. Few different options, either holding onto the forearms or taking an inverted prayer pose if that feels comfortable. Work your shoulder blades in, retract your shoulders, navel into the spine, grow the spine long, draw your right hip back, left hip forward, lengthen the spine, pause for a moment here. Shoulders are part of the neck, right? So whenever we get very tight or overthinking, vata oriented, starts to pull on the scalene muscles, which is the accessory breathing muscles attached to the trapezius. Where can you find spaciousness and at the same time ground in the feet? One more breath here. Maybe we start to fold forward. You can always release this posture at any time. Anything feels like it's too much in the wrists, palms. And then find your hands to your blocks. Keep working that right hip back, your left hip forward. Anchor well. Inner thighs energize. Press down in the palms. And invite that whispery-like sound. Right? We'll stay for one more breath here before we start to cross the legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And this time I want you to draw that right foot over to the left side. I happen to have a line on my mat, so it's pretty easy for me to be guided by that. Crisscross your feet as best as you can, as if you have to use the restroom. Grow your spine long, hands to the blocks here. Anchor into the back leg. And then start to fold forward here. So this is a little bit of a deeper opener in the hips, the greater choke canter, hips and shoulders directly correlated. When we feel like we're sped up, again, Vishuddha chakra, the throat chakra, vortex of energy, with our communication and listening. If we're not listening to ourselves, we feel like we have the weight of the world in our shoulders. That directly affects the hips because then our hips start to move too fast. Hips are related to forward motion. So balancing the vortexes of energy, responsible for moving forward as well as communication, how we listen to ourselves and listen to our needs. More breath here. Hands to the blocks. Take your time. You're going to uncross. So drawing that right leg back into the right side, left leg over to the left side. Walk your blocks a little bit in front of you. Shift your weight slightly forward. Energize that right side inner thigh. And then float your left leg straight up and back. All 5 toes point down. Eyes steady on one point. Draw that right arm long by your ear, feeling this opposition. And then find that place where you can soften. Where can you soften inside of your body? Maybe we take the other arm up. Finding that strength, that steadiness. Hands back to the blocks. Draw that left knee in. Take your time. Fold it forward. Let it go. And then scoop your navel in and up as you roll up one vertebrae at a time, as if you're moving through water. Circle the arms around and up. Let it be effortless. Palms press to the heart center. Step that right leg back a little bit off of center. Anchor well into your back heel. All 10 toes point down. Arms out to the side. Thumbs point down. Internal rotation. Interlace your fingers. Maybe hold on to the forearms, wherever you can reach here. Heart opens up. Exhale, pour forward. Uttanasana. And then pausing when you're feeling sensation, when you feel something start to unlock. Keep drawing your shoulder blades together. Retract your shoulders. Energizing the inner thighs so the big toe mounds are pressing down, arches rolling in. Relax your hands. Fold forward. And then taking a few moments here to scan your body. Notice where you tend to place the weight. Where can you balance the free flow of energy between right and left side? And take your time to walk your hands to the blocks and crisscross the legs. Grow the spine long. Right foot over to the left side, left foot over to the right. Keep the pelvis and the hips level. And always peek up at me if you'd like. Right? So when we crisscross the legs, this can feel like one hip is back. Really do your best right now to keep your hands either on your blocks if you need to. Level the pelvis, lengthen forward on your inhalation. Exhale, folds you over your thigh bones. Head, neck, chest, jaw at ease. And then take your time. These large muscle groups, these ligaments that we open, are covered in sheaths. So it's really important to direct the breath and to use the full breath here. Keep anchoring into the big toe mounds, even though they're crossed. Energize the inner thighs here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Take your time. Hands find the blocks. Scoop your belly in and up, always finding that alignment. And then unwind. Right foot in line with your right heel, left foot back to the side. Start to shift your weight forward. Scoop your belly in and up. Lengthen your spine. Float that back leg straight up. Right leg up. Before we start to lift your arms, establish your rooting. Right, so that left big toe mound pointing down, left arm by the ear. Notice where you are in time and space. Pause. Maybe that right arm comes up. Not at the expense of losing the breath. Hands back to the blocks, scoop your navel in and up. Draw that back leg in, fold forward over your thighs. Take a moment here. Circle the arms around and up. Inhale, Urdhva palms press. Exhale as you're moving through water. Hands down the midline of your body. Pause. Take your time. We're going to step that left leg back. Turn your toes. So you're going to start to open up the throat in a very different way. Right? Turn your toes slightly in, your heels slightly out. As you start to fold forward, making sure that your blocks are handy. If you can't quite reach the floor, block under each hand. Listen carefully. You're going to keep your hips level. Left hand to your right thigh. Take that right arm high to the ceiling first. So a little bit of a revolve twist in padadhirasana. Padadhirasana. Listen carefully. I'm going to give you some options, so peek up. If you're working on the rotation of the spine, this is a great way to start. Notice as you peek up, just watch this one first. I'm growing my spine long and I'm only working on the rotation of my rib cage. This is one option. A second option, if you feel like you have that rotation, is to thread the right arm underneath the thigh and work towards rotating the opposite side. My hands stay on my body, right hand threads underneath, and I revolve at the twist. A few different options.
Once you lose the breath, you are no longer in yoga.
Where can you soften? Where can you relax your neck, your throat, your jaw? Wherever you are, good. Release. Exactly, Heather, right? Your body's like, and release. Put a little micro bend in the knees. Let your body hang here. Swing side to side. And then we're going to go to the opposite side here. So a little lift before the twist. Inhale, lengthen. Toes in, heels out. Rotate, leave the hips where they are. Peek up at me for a moment because I want to show you what this looks like. This is why I'm going to come and check on you. So my hips like to cheat. They like to do this. As you can see, I'm out of alignment, right? So start centered, grow the spine long, right hand over to the left side. Notice how that left hip likes to bow out. Grow the spine long, steer your hips. Keep your left hand on your sacrum. That's going to give you that information. Okay, I'm out of alignment. So use your spine, use your sacrum, your shoulder as a guide. And then start there first. One side is always a little bit more open, a little bit more user-friendly, especially if you have scoliosis, if you have any type of spine injuries. Option to stay here, or start to slide that left hand underneath your right armpit, moving slowly. Thread your head underneath. Maybe gaze up at the ceiling. Again, try to keep your hips level, pelvis level. Vocalizing. And where can you find spaciousness? Where can we find the steadiness, the stidham, and the ease in the posture? Uncross. Release the arms, grow the spine long. Let me in. Exhale, fold forward. Turn your toes out, your heels slightly in. Opening up, variation of goddess pose. It's actually called Kaliasana. So you're going to open up, knees in line with your ankles, elbows in line with your shoulders. We're going to inhale, rise, palms press. Feel the energy of the earth drawing through the soles of the feet. Exhale, stick your tongue out of your mouth. 2 more times like that. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Pause for a moment. Shake your head side to side like a wise sage. Shake your head up and down. Bring your hands, one hand to your heart. So Jnana Mudra, thumb and index finger touch. We're going to flex the front leg. Pause for a moment here. It's a variation of skandasana. And we're going to take that to the opposite side. So opening up, keeping one foot on the ground, one hand to the heart, opening up the inner thighs. This is challenging, right? Because we're moving in motion, keeping the feet grounded, steady. One leg, then the other. One hand to the heart, one hand up. Just taking this a few times. Don't worry about how far you get, right? Important to keep the heels on the ground. Just moving to a place that feels comfortable for you. And then we come back to Kaliasana. Right? Spread the fingers wide, toes grounded. We'll push down, palms press. Inhale. Exhale. Opening up the throat. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbows open. 1 more time. Inhale. Palms press. Exhale. Push off your back leg, come to the front of your mat, mountain pose, halasana. Taking a vinyasa of your choice. Inhale the arms around and up for Vishuddha. Exhale, fold forward over your thighs. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale, your choice of the vinyasa, either stepping, hopping, or floating back. Either taking one of those 3 cobras or full cobra, up dog, your choice. And then take your time. Bring your knees down to the earth. Sit back onto your heels and roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. So we're focusing on the throat chakra, and this is something that I don't usually throw in because it really allows this particular posture, halasana, requires a lot of focus and dedication. It's not something that just throws in. Make sure, and if this doesn't feel comfortable for your cervical spine at all, you're going to skip this completely. So I'm going to show you what this looks like first. We're going to set it up step by step. Halasana, plow pose, opens up the throat. But if there's any type of compression going on in your body, skip it completely. We're going to open up our blanket. First watch. The shoulders are going to go underneath this blanket. So notice that my shoulders are supported. Super important to make sure your spine doesn't collapse. I cannot look at the screen and demo this at all. It will throw up my cervical alignment. But I will talk you through it after. So I'm going to start to press down in my crown, draw my knees in. I don't just throw my body overhead, which is also why it's super important to make sure you're not in a class where the teacher is just going to halasana. I'm going to scoop my belly in. So I'm using my core. I'm pressing my crown back. My neck is supported by the blanket. From there, I can use my toes to walk my toes towards my head. There's space for an apple between my chin and my chest. So there's spaciousness happening here. Again, I'm pressing the back of my crown so I can release the accessory breathing muscles. If this does not feel good, it's not a pose for everyone. So this is also why I don't teach it that often. If this feels good for you, you're welcome to stay here. Clasp your hands, press down in the triceps. It's a lot of work being done here. Second option is to take this into shoulder stand if that feels good for you and if you have a practice in it. I will cue you into this to come out. So as you're ready, just making sure that your blanket is set up underneath. And another option is just to absolutely skip this if it feels horrible. Scooping your knees into your chest. So always using the core first, press down in the hands, and then lift your legs over your head. Now, if you have high or low blood pressure, you're going to skip this completely. Glaucoma. And then once you feel comfortable, keep walking the toes back towards you. There's this lengthening, this traction of the spine moving into opposite directions. Once you feel comfortable there for a few rounds of breath, if shoulder stand feels like it's calling to you, you can always take that option. Hands supporting the lower lumbar, always maintaining space for an apple between chin and chest. Take your time if you're in shoulder stand. Come back to plow pose. So let the feet touch the earth first overhead. And then very slowly roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Right, so let your knees come to your chest and then roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Pause for a moment here. And then draw your arms into a soft cactus. Elbows wide. Knees slightly in. Windshield wipe your legs over to the right side. So feet stay on the floor. This releases the hips. And if it's available to you, hook that right foot outside your left thigh today. Give yourself a little bit of traction here.
Head, heart, neck at ease. Uncross that right leg. Let your feet come back to center, knees in towards one another. Pause as the sacrum aligns. Draw your legs over to the opposite side. Windshield wiper the legs. Cross your left leg to the outside of that right knee. If that feels comfortable, let your body sink a little deeper into this posture. Head, neck, chest at ease. Jaw relaxed. Take your time as you uncross that left leg if it's there. Let your feet come back to the earth. Happy baby pose. Draw your knees into your chest. Keep pressing cervical spine, lengthening cervical spine, by pressing the back of your crown onto the earth, and then open up the knees wide. Relax your sacrum. Maybe hold on to the outer thighs, ankles. Flex your feet. And then feel your whole spine on the earth. Opposite directions. Draw your knees back into center. Take your time as you elongate arms and legs. Set yourself up for Shavasana. However you would like to set up today. Favorite Shavasana pose. And that might mean Stonehenge. It might mean bringing your pillows, your bolsters on top of your blocks. It might mean a block under each thigh. It might mean covering yourself completely with a blanket. There's no right or wrong, but super important to find this place of sweetness, of ease, of complete rest. And that might mean picking up the head and realigning. It might mean adjusting the shoulders, the hips and pelvis. It might mean opening up the jaw, letting the tongue drop to the bottom half of your mouth. Let your eyes roll back into their sockets. Let the breath soften and wash any residue or debris that maybe has come up. Many times with the throat chakra, we tend to think it's just about speaking or communicating. But really, the throat is about listening to ourselves, listening to that guidance, that intuition, and then vocalizing it. We share what our boundaries are, what our needs and desires are. First, we need to listen closely. This is where the practice is a practice that we keep practicing. And someone needs to remind me to trademark that phrase, because it really is a Nikkiism. Practice practicing the practice. And every single time we show up, every time we watch the video, the recording rather, if you can't make it to class, there's always something new that we can discover about ourselves, right? Something that allows for us to surrender. I prefer the word soften. Can I soften with myself, not put so much pressure? When we soften, we create room for expansion, freedom, for liberation, tanoti and trayati, tantra. And that spaciousness gives us permission to love ourselves as we are, with the insights, with the boundaries, with the desires, with the needs, without shaming or judging.
And it is from that place that we can vocalize unapologetically and state to others, share with others with grace and integrity how we're feeling. So this practice for the month of May, Vishuddha Chakra, is really going to be opening up and exploring through specific asanas that are directed towards the throat, but more so specifically geared, cultivating unapologetic love that comes up when these postures challenge us, when these boundaries are crossed. So loving yourself into your shavasana, into the release. Let's take a deep breath to inhale. Exhale, let it wash over you, clearing out any debris. Softening the feet, the toes, the ankles, and calves and shins. Softening the back of the knees, the inner thighs, the hips and pelvis, the belly. Softening the back body and the front of your chest and belly. Finding spaciousness across the chest and throat. Soften your jaw and let your tongue drop to the bottom half of your mouth. Soften your whole face. Let your eyebrows, eyes, ear canals, ears, nostrils, nose run smooth. Let your brain relax and soften. Literally feel the right brain hemisphere and the left brain hemisphere dissolve, floating inside your cranium. Take a deep breath to inhale here. Let your exhale run in between the ridge between the two brain hemispheres. Corpus callosum. Do that again. Inhale. Direct your breath. Soften and smooth. One more time. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Feeling peace with ourselves, peace with the greater intelligence, peace every sentient being on this planet. Slowly rub your thumbs over your fingertips. Stretch the arms up overhead and reach one side longer than the other. Stretch the other side out. Gather your knees and in your own time, roll over to the right side. Coming up to any comfortable seat, head arriving. And just bringing one palm over the other to the throat. Samana Mudra. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om. Mantra to help us with pure communication. Bring the palms to the heart and bow your head just in gratitude for this time to recenter, to listen deeply to your needs. That you may move forward in love, expressing from your heart what you most deeply desire. Have a super wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.